I think most of us have heard and know and recognize that recently data was printed in the Minneapolis Star-Tribune and Pioneer Press that pointed out the gross, and I mean that in every sense of the word, the gross income and economic inequalities in between black citizens and white citizens in the state of Minnesota. We felt it was incumbent upon us to call a press conference to shine light on this issue.
Apartheid is defined as a rigid policy of segregating and economically oppressing the non-white population. A second definition is any system of practice that separates people according to color, ethnicity, or caste. Well, Minnesota, we have an apartheid problem. And it gives me no great pleasure to say that. We are here today to say to our public, private, philanthropic, and community leaders, this situation is unacceptable. We are better than this. We can and must eliminate these racial disparities for the good of our common interests. And we have a plan.
All right.
Commissioner Carter.
So, what can we do? To begin, we can stop being intimidated by the complexity of the problem, the challenge, accept the wake-up call. While today, our daunting disparities in Minnesota trouble us deeply, we know that for our very survival and for our sustainability as a state, as a region, and in fact in our local communities, we must do better. We must set our sights on success. There are good efforts in place, but good must become great to conquer the great disparities that we see. Our purpose in highlighting this issue today is to call for concrete efforts in 5 specific areas that don't require additional research to start, that can be implemented across sectors, and that don't wait for our problems to fix themselves. I'll explain each of these 5 areas. In public and private sectors, employers must implement hiring, retention, and promotion practices to end workforce disparities and to ensure a diverse workforce. In the private sector, where Minnesota is home to some of the nation's largest corporations, such as Cargill, United Health Group, Target, Best Buy, 3M, General Mills, Medtronic, that within those areas, hiring will reflect our community's diversity. We must support African American businesses in Minnesota to ensure that they have equal access to public and private contracts, helping those businesses to grow and to result in additional opportunities and jobs in our communities. African American owned businesses in Minnesota make up 12.7% of small businesses certified by the state and 27.4% of targeted businesses certified by the state. We must work, all of us together, to ensure that available businesses are utilized and have the opportunity to grow. We must continue to work with the Minnesota legislature and the governor on short and long-term strategies for innovative approaches to ending overall broad-based disparities. Minnesota-based philanthropies, private, corporate, and community foundations must prioritize resolving the income gap and devote resources to African American and African American-led organizations that are working toward effective solutions to end this dilemma. Regional and cross-sector attention and collaboration to establish direction, goals, and measurements, and to monitor, report, and adjust for progress required to support our success and sustainability, absolutely necessary. In this call to action, the African American Leadership Forum Twin Cities calls on public, private, and philanthropic enterprises to partner with the African American Leadership Forum and with African American organizations.
Item number 8, Resolution 16-816, committing to the African American Leadership Forum 5-point plan to end economic inequality.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those in favor say nay.
6 in favor, none opposed. The resolution is adopted.